Welcome to our lesson on flow proofs. Today, we're exploring a visual and intuitive way to understand logical connections in geometry using the arrow diagram format. So, what exactly is a flow proof? It is a visual method for organizing and presenting a logical argument. Instead of writing paragraphs or two-column tables, we use boxes or ovals to hold our statements. Arrows then guide us from one logical step to the next, showing the flow of reasoning. You might wonder why we would choose this format. First, it is visually clear. The arrow-based layout makes the entire logical path of the proof easy to see at a glance. Second, it explicitly shows the logical flow, as each arrow directly links a reason to its conclusion. Finally, it helps break down complexity by turning a large, difficult proof into a series of smaller, more manageable steps. Every flow proof is made of two simple building blocks. The first is an oval or box, which contains a statement of fact. The second is an arrow, which points from one statement to the next. Critically, below each arrow, you must write the reason, the definition, postulate, or theorem that justifies that logical step. Let's look at a simple example using the angle addition postulate. We are given that point B lies in the interior of angle ADC. Using a flow proof, we can draw a direct line from our given statement to the conclusion that the measure of angle ADB plus the measure of angle BDC equals the measure of angle ADC. The reason for this step is the angle addition postulate itself. Let's examine a single step more closely. We start with a statement in an oval, such as segment OB is congruent to segment CD. An arrow leads us to the next oval, which contains the statement, the length of OB equals the length of CD. The reason written below the arrow is the definition of congruent segments, which justifies this conclusion. Now, let's construct a proof together. We are given that angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary, and that the measure of angle 1 is 120 degrees. We want to prove that the measure of angle 2 is 60 degrees. Our flow starts with the given information. The definition of supplementary angles tells us their measures sum to 180. Then, using substitution, we can replace the measure of angle 1 with 120. Finally, the subtraction property of equality allows us to conclude that the measure of angle 2 is 60. We can use a flow proof for more formal proofs, like the Vertical Angles Theorem. Given that angles 1 and 3 are vertical angles, we want to prove they are congruent. We can state that angles 1 and 2 and angles 2 and 3 each form linear pairs. The linear pair postulate tells us these pairs are supplementary. This means their measures sum to 180. By the transitive property, we can set these sums equal to each other. Subtracting the measure of angle 2 from both sides reveals that the measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 3. Therefore, by the definition of congruence, angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. To succeed with flow proofs, remember a few key tips. Always start with the given information as your foundation. Keep your final goal, the prove statement, in mind to guide your steps. You must justify every single step with a valid reason. And finally, keeping your diagram neat and organized will make it much easier to read and verify. Congratulations, you have now learned the fundamentals of flow proofs. Remember that they are a powerful visual tool for writing out logical arguments. They rely on ovals for statements and arrows to indicate the reason for moving from one step to the next. Most importantly, they help clarify the logical connections that form the backbone of a geometric proof.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.